Alexa, accept call.
You received a call from an inmate at the Department of Corrections. This call will be recorded and monitored.
Sup, dirty? What you been doing with your What? Wait a minute. Whoa. Slow down, fast talker. You're getting out early? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Oh, hey, no, I know, hey, I don't support everything that man does, but, this time, that's pretty good. Finally, you guys get a break. That is awesome. So you'll be back in town in no time. Oh my God. Jeez, that is just fantastic news. You know what? That is probably the best news I have heard all year. That is magnificent. I am so proud of you, and I am glad that you finally caught a break. And for what it's worth, get out, get clean, and stay out. Remember, our group, we're quitters, and we're not ashamed of it. You're quitting drugs, you're quitting crime, you're quitting going back to prison. There's a lot of things in your life that you will just not do anymore. I know. Hey, look, I have the utmost confidence in you. You're going to get out and you're going to stay out and you're going to make something of your life. You're going to become the woman that you've always wanted. And who knows, you might be able to find a beautiful young lady out here and get hitched and start yourself a family. It's, hey, look, Dirty. I believe in you. Okay, go ahead and say what you want. And after all, we've got some making up to do. We can go out and do some karaoke, do some dancing. Hey, maybe I can be your wingman or something. I don't know. Yeah, that is great. I'm glad some of these laws are being changed and modified and working to your advantage. There's so much going on out here and so much change that's happening in the world. Okay. Yeah. Well, I will talk to your family. Okay, and we'll see if we can get you a decent place to stay. And I would really like to see you get back in school. Well, you did mention that you'd like to go ahead and take some classes when you got out and go ahead and get that degree. This is a good time to do it, especially since getting out, you're gonna still be kind of collecting your thoughts and gaining ground and setting up your new life, and going to school. That's a really good way to meet new people too. And a lot of the colleges and universities and institutions and stuff, they have some good programs out there, and they're usually known for having some pretty good people that go. It's very rare that somebody who's streetwise or something and just loves the life of crime will decide to go to school. Well, of course, they're planning on getting some business education or something maybe, but I don't know. Good. Wow, that I'm just so excited. We'll definitely have to. The day that you walk out, we'll make it a holiday. We'll make this the most special day of your life. And then when and then every year on that day, we can make it a family tradition for you. And then when you move off with your family of your own.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Well, I'm happy for you. And I want you to stay in contact. Yeah, keep me posted every step of the way. And if you need me to, I'll drive out there, pick you up. And, we'll definitely have to get together and discuss some of your plans or something. But that is just fantastic. That is quite possibly the coolest thing I think I've ever heard that you say. And that's going to happen to you. And, of course, we have to catch up on Billie Eilish, So.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
All right, young lady. It was nice that you gave me a call and gave me that fantastic news. You go back and get all your goodbyes in order and and get your stuff all organized, and we'll communicate later. Love you. Goodbye. Well, that was little Miss Darcy Mills, aka Dirty. And due to a recent change in the law, she wrote to the governor, and the governor agreed with her letter and did an investigation on her and found out that she qualified for early release because they were able to overturn the harsh sentence she received for possessing a small amount of an illegal drug, namely the fantastic heroin. Now, Dirty has been in and out of prison most of her short life. She's just 25 years old. And she's seen a lot of hardship. There's a lot of things that goes on. And she's finding it tough when she gets out to gain her footing. And her way of dealing with any of the issues that go on in the world is to simply go out and get high. And if she needs some quick money, she'll sell it. She's not to the point where she wants to, where she really cares what's going on and stuff like that in the world. She just wants to get her high, and she wants to feel better. She's been through a lot of programs in prison, and we've had long conversations and exchanged a lot of email. And I'm very happy that she has such a positive outlook on life. And her attitude has changed. And usually it's that way when she's in prison. I've talked to her a couple of times. She'd go in and get out and go in and get out. And I was able to reconnect her with a lot of her family members. She got in contact with her dad. And she was able to reestablish her connection with her mom. And her mom, we can say, is a pretty bad example. She's in and out of prison as well. Except this time, she's broken a record. She stayed out of prison longer than she ever has in her life. Her daughter really can't remember her life not in prison. And with that kind of connection, I think we have a good shot. And she's one of the few inmates that I communicate with that's actually coming back to my hometown. So I can physically connect with her. And I can be hopefully involved with a large part of her life. But all I'm really asking is that she can gain her own footing and get her own direction going, and that she can establish her life and find out that there are other ways to cope with situations rather than drugs. And I definitely wanted her to know that no matter what she goes through, I'll be there for her. And her mother already said she would, and her dad always said he would too. So it's a good thing. It's really looking positive. And you only have like one shot at this, because I'm sure the governor was nice enough to grant her an early release. She could turn out to go out, slip, and then, of course, he'll look at it and, I gave you this shot, and let's go. I remember I went to court with her, and the judge said, I don't know what to do for you, because you've been in and out of prison so many times that it doesn't look like anything's working. And, of course, courts can't assign the supportive relationships. And I think that has the best and the strongest chance of giving the people the tools and the resources that they need to succeed. So I'm just excited. It's so nice that she got this break, and she's going to be able to get out a few years early thanks to a slight change. And that's something that I hope will happen with a lot of the folks out there. Once again, I'll say there's a lot of people that deserve to be in prison. And unfortunately, we look at prison as a way to keep the community safe. And so everybody that's in there should be in there and should stay in there as long as possible. Unfortunately, that's not reality. What's real about all of this is that some of the people are in prison who even should not be there because they're innocent. Some people are in prison for, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, taking bad advice, or an addiction. And I don't think long sentences, especially something that's, takes away a decade or two of their life, I don't think that's fair. The only way to keep these prisons empty is to get the people back into society and keep them there. And we have an opportunity with this young lady, and I have a lot of confidence in her. I think she would do more out here working and paying taxes than sitting in there and sucking up money, using up resources that could go other places. And she doesn't really need to be there. Yeah, she's not really a danger. She's not in there for a violent crime. So it's not like we're keeping society safe from her, And so I would say, let's get her out and let's work with her. And I hope any number of you folks will at least give somebody an opportunity. We all make mistakes. And some of us make mistakes that are harder on society, harder on ourselves than others. But just put yourself in the shoes of the people who are locked up. They don't necessarily want to be there. And I don't think when we ask children what they want to be when they grow up, they're going to say a criminal and go to prison. I think they want to be an active member of society. I think they want to be free. I think they want to be loved by their neighbors. And I believe they want to be hardworking citizens. It's just the circumstances, something along the way derailed their hopes and their dreams. And to give these people the support that they so desperately need and to help them overcome these obstacles, that's the least we can do. Don't go out there and force yourself on them. If they need help, it's nice to be there for them. And some of them can do it without anybody's help, and some of them can't. And we're not asking you to help every single person or to trust every single person. It's just to be there. If somebody reaches out and says, can you help me? Do what you can. And sometimes the tough love is what works. We have relatives that just won't listen. They have to figure it out on their own. And then we have those that just need to hear the right thing at the right time. So I'm very happy for Dirty. And, right now I'm just thrilled. This is fantastic news. And hopefully in the future, I'll be able to hear from her, and maybe, I don't know, maybe one day I'll turn on the TV and she'll be running for a Senate seat or city councilwoman or something. I don't know. Maybe she'll be a spokesperson for incarcerated people. Either way, I'm going to look on the positive side, and I'm not going to see any down on her because I want to show her that I believe in her. It's the absolute minimum I can do. Well, thanks again for listening and tuning in to AQS Inmate Call. I'm Joel Wilborn. Have yourself a great day and go out and make wonderful memories for tomorrow.